Hello everyone, I am Julina BEGASO, BS Ed English 3A, and today I will going to discuss to you the continuation of our report in Unit 3 entitled The Language of Drama.
So let's discuss first the nature of drama. The nature of drama is to serve a wide variety of functions at different times and in different places. The Roman writer Horace, in one of the well-known statements about the purpose of literature in general and drama in particular, said it was designed to delight and instruct. Usually, the purpose of drama has been considered to be primarily the first of these, at times the second, but generally at least some degree of both has been present. Audiences attend plays from a mixture of motivations, including curiosity, pleasure-seeking, and a desire for knowledge or aesthetic experience. But all these experiences are intensified by the public nature of drama.
So, primarily, the purpose of drama is to serve a wide variety of functions that are to entertain, to educate, to inform, and many more at different times and in different places. Another purpose of drama, according to the Roman writer Horace, is to delight and instruct the audiences. So, drama gives people joy and excitement. Drama also gives people the desire for knowledge and aesthetic experience that will help them get what they wanted to achieve.
Language in drama reflects the seriousness or laughability of a dramatized story. The theme or subject matter of a particular play is determined by the language of such a play. The style of the language employed when such a play is a tragedy is different from when it is a comedy. Indeed, plays are meant for different audiences. The choice of language is therefore determined by the audience for which a play is meant and the nature of the play itself, serious or otherwise.
So, since the language of drama is the language of performance, or performance itself, the seriousness or laughability of a one dramatized story is dependent to the performance or actions of the characters in a play. So, the theme, genres, or subject matter of a play is also dependent to what kind of emotions, actions, or performance that the actors or actresses portrayed in a play. So, if the action of the actors or actresses in the play was so serious, intense, or full of sadness, then the play or drama was in the form of tragedy. But when the action or performance of the actors or actresses was so funny, full of excitement or enjoyment, then the play or drama was in the form of comedy. So, the seriousness or laughability of a one dramatized story may vary according to what kind of performance or actions does the actors or actresses portrayed in a play.
The language of drama is patterned on real-life conversations among people, and yet when we watch a play, we have to consider the differences between real talk and drama talk. The language of drama is ultimately always constructed or made up, and it often serves several purposes. On the level of the story world of a play, language can, of course, assume all the pragmatic functions that can be found in real-life conversations. For instance, to ensure mutual understanding and to convey information, to persuade or influence someone to relate one's experience or signal emotions. Among the devices used in drama for serious dramatic effects are dialogue, dramatic irony, pun, allegory, soliloquy, and many more. So, let us discuss the dramatic devices used for serious dramatic effects. So, the first one is dialogue. So, a play exists in dialogues. Therefore, one permanent feature of the language of drama is dialogue or conversation. When they are engaged in dialogues or conversations, characters use language that reveals their status, background, motivations, and so on.
So, dialogue is a conversation between two or more characters in a play or drama. So in the scene itself, dialogue has several specific functions. Its primary functions is dramatic, that is to carry the story forward. The dialogue will reveal the character, both in what is said and how it is said. So it will reveal the immediate needs and desires of the character. It will also reveal the background, education, social class, and a host of other attributes of the character. Dialogue can also illuminate the screenplay's theme. They might be revealed in the point of view or to the intellectual context that might directly address the ideas or informations that are necessary for the audience to understand.
Second is dramatic irony. So, dramatic irony entails a situation where the reader or audience knows something about what's happening in the plot about which the characters has or have no knowledge. Dramatic irony can be used in comedies and tragedies, and it works to engage the reader as he is drawn into the event. The audience may sympathize with the character who does not know the true situation, or the reader may see the character as blind or ignorant. The clues may be rather obvious, but the character may be unwilling to recognize the truth. Adiwali in The Gods Are Not to Blame is a good example of a dramatic irony, as the audience knows that he is the one guilty of the culprit he seeks to punish. Shakespeare's Othello offers another example of dramatic irony, as he blames Desdemona for cuckolding him, even as the audience knows that he is being deceived by Iago.
So, dramatic irony occurs when the audience knows something that the characters don't. One example of this is in Shakespeare's novel Romeo and Juliet, wherein the audience know that Juliet was in a drug sleep, but Romeo wasn't aware of it. So, when Romeo thinks that Juliet was already dead, he also killed himself. So, this is where we can see the dramatic irony in the Shakespeare's novel, wherein the audience knows something that the characters don't.
So, the third dramatic device that used for serious dramatic effects is allegory. So, an allegory is an expression of a truth by means of a particular symbolic meaning. The symbolic meaning can be either a character taking on the role of a personal quality or trait, or it can be clues that led to a deeper meaning. In allegory, abstract qualities are seen and personified into characters. An actual character becomes the quality discussed.
So, an allegory is a story of symbols that uses concrete things such as characters, settings, and objects to represent a deeper meaning. An allegory is also refers to literary devices that uses abstract ideas to impart lesson and to teach and explain an idea or principle. One example of this is in the scenario about two neighbors throwing rocks at each other's house. So the allegory here, or the symbolic representation in this scenario, would be about war between two opposing sides, wherein the rocks represents as the weapon or the bullet that they being offered to their enemy or to their counterpart.
So, the fourth dramatic device is pun. So, the primary function of dramatic pun is to capture the conflicts and complex meaning of the character's experiences through the individual words. Puns used in comical situations are common in Shakespearean plays. The prominence of the puns demonstrates that words, like the human actions they describe, are subject to multiple interpretations. Shakespeare's play exhibit many different kinds of puns, and characters employ them for multiple functions. Romeo and Juliet is one of the plays with puns. Hamlet, on the other hand, has puns linked to Vignian's and desperate state.
So, pun is a play on words. It could be when words are used to have double meaning. Usually, puns are funny. It gives humorous effects and it plays on the multiple meanings of a word or two words that sound alike but have different meaning. One example of pun can be seen in Lewis Carroll's Alice Adventures in Wonderland.
So here is one of the example of pun in Lewis Carroll's Alice Adventures in Wonderland. So Alice was confused by the words tail, which spells T-A-L-E, and the word tail, which spells T-A-I-L. So mine is a long and a sad tale, said the mouse, turning to Alice and sighing. It is a long tale, certainly, said Alice, looking down with wonder at the mouse's tail. But why do you call it sad? And she kept on puzzling about it while the mouse was speaking.
So, Alice was confused because she thought that the mouse was sad because he had a long tail. So she asked the mouse why did he call it sad. So in this scenario, pun had occurred because Alice gave different meaning to what the mouse had said to her.
So the fifth dramatic device used for serious dramatic effects is soliloquy. So soliloquy is a dramatic speech uttered by a character speaking aloud alone on the stage. The character thus reveals his or her inner thoughts and feelings to the audience. We see, for example, instances of soliloquy in Shakespeare's Macbeth and Hamlet.
So, soliloquy is similar to a monologue, but it is spoken when only one character is on stage. Soliloquy usually about the innermost feelings of the character. Soliloquy allows the audience to know what the character is thinking or feeling of. So, one example of soliloquy is from the Shakespeare's novel Romeo and Juliet, wherein Juliet speaks her thoughts aloud when she knows that Romeo is the son of her family's enemy.
Conclusion: drama is a form of literature written for performance, or at least written in a style that would allow for stage performance. Drama as a genre of literature is characterized by different movements that evolve with varying ideologies in a way to speak out the anxieties of different people. However, there are some devices that animate the language of drama. Above all, the language of drama is simple and strikingly impressive, with the playwright conscious of the fact that drama is written to be performed. The characters in the play may use prose or poetry form in their patterns of communication, depending on status, age, sociocultural background, purpose, and so on. So, for a summary, in this unit, we have tried to explain the nature of drama as a genre of literature and the essential features of the language of drama. Simply put, since drama is expected to be performed on stage, the language of drama is the language of performance. The spoken language is the focus, and this is reinforced by certain paralinguistic devices. Your knowledge of pragmatic stylistics will therefore be helpful in analyzing a drama text.
So, that's all guys. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have learned from my discussion. Thank you and stay safe. God bless everyone.